Hello and welcome back to the channel. Yes, I am finally back. It is good to be back. And for today, I have a really spicy list for you. Let's take a look at an Arceus Slaking Spiritomb Forretress concoction. Alrighty, so here is the list. Obviously, we have Arceus V-Star kind of piecing everything together. It is just a great consistency card. I don't think it really needs an introduction. The star of this deck is actually the Slaking V. Slaking V has not really seen a lot of competitive play, and mainly that's because of its ability, kinda lazy. If you have 2, 4, or 6 prizes remaining, this Pokemon can't attack, which is really bad. But it has a really great attack. It does 260 damage for 4 colorless energy. So having the Arceus as like a partner is really great because you can power it up pretty easily, but we have some other little tricks up our sleeves to kind of help get things set up as well. Now, how to get past this kind of lazy? Obviously, we have Path to the Peak, which is a really great disruption for your opponent, and a great way for the Slaking to still attack, even if you still have 2, 4, or 6 prizes. But the other card that we got in the set is the Spiritomb. Basic Pokemon at V in play, both yours and your opponent's, have no abilities, and so that is a great way to shut off the Slaking. I haven't been able to test this out because Spiritomb has been out of commission for weeks now because of all the bugs that TCG Live has had, but we can finally test this out, and I can say it is really great pairing this up with the Slaking. Now, some other weird spicy text that I have in this deck is the Forretress EX. Now, if you don't know what it does, it has the ability Exploding Energy. So you can knock this Pokemon out and then take 5 basic grass energies from your deck and put them on your board in any way that you like, which is really great. But you might be thinking, wait a minute, we have Arceus V-Star. Why do we need Forretress EX? Arceus V-Star can get your board pretty much set up really easily. And you're not wrong. There are times when you will just be playing Arceus and Slaking and you don't even need the Forretress. That's totally fine. The reason why I have the Forretress is because of the fact that we play the Spiritomb, we play Path to the Peak. Why not also play Forretress EX? Because of the fact that you can knock yourself out, your opponent takes 2 more prizes, which is fine. You can get your board pretty much set up perfectly, and then you can start spamming Ionos and Roxannes to disrupt your opponent really early on in the game. And then all you have to do is just start swinging with Slaking, swinging with Arceus V-Stars, and just kind of win from there. It's a great way to make this deck very aggressive and very disruptive at the same time. You also play things like the Avery to kind of bench wipe your opponent over and over again if you're playing something like against Mew VMAX or Gardevoir, which are very popular in the meta. Avery is a really great tech card right now in this meta. We can also play the Defiance Band, which is really great, especially early on in the game because your Slaking does 260 damage. If you do use the Forretress to power it up, but then also give your opponent 2 prizes, you can actually slap on the Defiance Band as well, and then you can attack for 290 damage, which can knock out pretty much any V-Star or EX that's currently relevant right now. Another combo that I actually really like with this deck is you can use Starbirth. Instead of grabbing DTE, you can grab your Forretress and maybe like an Iono, and then use your Forretress and then power up your board, then use Iono to disrupt your opponent's hand, and then you can use Trinity Nova for 200 damage instead of the 180, which could, be relevant here and there. And it's just a great way to start attacking really early and also limiting your opponent's options. And that is pretty much it for the list. Here is an image of the full deck list if you want to try it out for yourselves. Let me know how you feel about the Forretress package. It's not super necessary, but it is just another way to kind of play this list, make it more disruptive base, and help you get your board set up because you are playing a lot of attackers with some high energy costs. So I figured why not try it as opposed to just whiffing DTEs every other turn. So let us hop onto the ladder and I'll show you some of the matches that I got with this Slaking Arceus Forretress toolbox deck. Okay, we're going up against Wailmer? I think it might be Chien-Pao, but with a Wailord line, so that'd be kind of interesting. Let's do this. And we might want to put the DTE in play early, just in case if they do Iono. It'll be easier to find grass energy than it is to find DTE. Well, I guess either way would have been fine. But we don't have a Pineco, so we can't evolve into the Forretress. I mean, I could have grabbed it with the Nest Ball, but I think it's better to do it this way. Ideally, for them, if it is a Chien-Pao, Wailmer, Water Box style deck, then it would be nice for them. It would be nice for them to play Irida on their first turn so they can grab Battle VIP Pass. There's the Frigibax. It's nice if they don't bench anything else. I could rope into it, but it looks like they will. I gotta get some more stuff. This does what exactly? Water and energy. Or water, Pokemon, and energy. Alright, so it is Chien-Pao. They got Jet Energy to the active, which is interesting. And they just do Nap. Okay. Alright. We got Pineco here, which is actually pretty decent. I can go ahead, do this. Put this here. Attach grass. If I rope, I could hit this for 180. That would actually be pretty nice. Or I can just go switch boss and knock out their only Frigibax. And that probably is best. Let's go ahead and do that. We have switch, and I guess we'll grab the boss. Yeah. This is probably going to be our best play here. Go ahead, switch. Boss up the Frigibax. Then just hit for 180, and then we can power up the Slaking as well. 1, 2, and 3. This way, they don't set up another, they don't set up Excalibur, so they have to set up another Frigibax next turn. They can only attach 1 energy to the Chien-Pao, and we just kind of work from there. We can hit this Chien-Pao, or if we can grab an energy, we could do energy and hopefully grab a Spiritomb, which means we can attack with the Slaking. They're gonna go research, which means they lose out on 2 energies, and they even had the Rare Candy Excalibur. Sad to see it. But it looks like this Nest Ball is gonna get them another Frigibax, so they should be fine now. It looks like they're going to set up Wailord or Wailmer, and eventually get that powered up. Because I know it can do a lot of damage if it has special energy, and it takes reduced 30 damage. So it is a good single prizer in this deck. We did get Paths, which is actually pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and evolve this. And go Ultra Ball to grab Bidoof. I might save it. Because even next turn, what I could do is I can guard press. Well, I can't power up Forretress, unfortunately. Let's throw Path in play. And then we'll just hit for another 180. And then just attach the 1 energy to the Slaking. We could have attached 2 energies to the Arceus, but I presume that they're going to get Rare Candy Excalibur so they can attack. The Wailord is out and about. There is a Candy Excalibur, so they are ready to go. And Candace, wow. Okay, so they can grab a lot of energy. Never mind, they only grab 1 energy. But they can evolve into 2 Wailords, which is also pretty good. This thing is going to be able to do 240. But we can't. Ooh, interesting. So we can't knock out the Wailord, because it also takes 30 less damage, right? Yeah, so it basically has 230 HP. Slaking can definitely knock it out. Oh, and it looks like they are going in with the Wailord. They have a 1-card hand. Nope, they have a 0-card hand. So all I will need to do is retreat and knock out with the Slaking. Because we do have Palpat in play. I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball away these 2 to grab myself a Bidoof. Yeah. That way, with my prize next turn and with my top deck, I could potentially grab Bibarel, and then draw into some more cards. And we'll just go ahead, hit for 230, which is... Did it not reduce damage? Oh, it took that into play. Never mind. Okay. Grass Energy, not bad. And this is the cool thing about having Forretress in play. Like, it does mean you lose out on 2 prizes, but if you're in this position where you can't power up something really quickly, right? Like, I could just go ahead and grab a Slaking, throw it into the active, and then Forretress put 4 energies onto that Slaking. Okay. So this does mean we will... Actually, I could give him the 2 prizes here if I wanted to. But I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and Ultra Ball, grab myself the Bibarel. This way I can draw into more stuff, because if I draw into Switch, that would be very helpful. Or Rope. No Rope. But what I can do is actually Explode. I don't like that idea. But I give them 2 prizes. I can boss KO the Chien-Pao, which means they really have those... They'll have 3 cards to work with, because if I give them the 2 from that, and then boss, that could work. Actually, I can't because I have Path in play. So let's put the DTE on the active, and then kind of work from there. If I didn't have Path in play, I could have used Forretress's ability, but because the Path is in play, I can't Explode. But it looks like they are just bricking as well, so we can actually retreat here. Let's go attach... Yeah, let's go ahead and attach the other DTE. It's fine, we don't have much use for DTEs at the moment. We can grab another Arceus. Yeah, that seems fine. I'm gonna go ahead and retreat. Yeah, we'll have to give up everything, which is fine. We still have Path in place, we can do this. I can go ahead, I'm gonna boss up... I guess the other Chien-Pao is probably the best? Or do I boss up Palkia? Let me see, they have 7 energies in the discard. I think Palkia is a bigger threat. I mean, I could knock out the Baxcalibur. Let's boss up Baxcalibur, because it's not going to be able to do... They're not going to be able to set up another another Baxcalibur, to be fair. So I'll just go ahead and boss KO that. That seems like the best play. I could have taken more prizes, but I think this is correct. Because even if they knock out the Slaking, I still can power up... I think those are all my DTEs though. Yeah, I think I played 3 DTEs, not 4. But still, even so, we still have room to power up another attacker. If they get rid of my Path, I can use Forretress to power up things. And they concede. Okay, that was pretty dominating with the Arceus play. Boss on Frigibax is always great. And then on top of that, you put Path in the mix. It just kind of screws up everything. So let's hop on to another match. Ooh, this is an interesting match. So we're going up against the new Glimmora, which, if you flip a coin, could potentially prevent me, I guess, in this scenario, it'd be me, would prevent me from taking prizes on their Pokemon. And they just poison you to death. So we need to be mindful about this. They also play a Ting-Lu, which is interesting. I could actually take 2 prizes off of that. Maybe this isn't fully focused on the Glimmet. Dang, they hit on the Gutsy Pickaxe too. So we need to be mindful. This is actually kind of nice though, because Curse Land actually means that if I have a Slaking in the active and it has some damage on it, then I don't need Path or Spiritomb. Which is pretty cool. Can work with that. The only problem is they're ready to attack next turn. Okay. I need to get set up. So I'm gonna go ahead, Ultra Ball, get rid of this and this. Let's go ahead and put a Bidoof down. I feel like putting Path in play but maybe not. Just go ahead and research, get some more stuff. Can do this. Can Nest Ball for a Slaking, and I might hold this Nest Ball because I don't necessarily need it, and I do need an Ultra Ball target for next turn to grab Arceus. I'm gonna go ahead, attach Double Turbo, and use Trinity Charge to power up my board. Realistically, this is at 260, 240. I can knock out a Ting-Lu if I get Double Turbo. Yeah, I think this is fine. Now, if they do boss up Slaking, that would be kind of annoying. Hopefully they don't have boss, energy attachment, and switch. Seeing the Greninja probably tells me that they play Koraidon, but I highly doubt they'll bench it. There's a Hawlucha, so they'll probably ping the Bidoof. This is fine. I'm not too worried about it at the moment, because if I can just Arceus for boss and Double Turbo, well, I think I will need switch as well. Well, I can use Double Turbo energy to switch from the Arceus. Sorry, I'm thinking way too far in advance. Okay, they play Shauna, which is really interesting. I'm just thinking about all the different like scenarios that could be happening right now. They could just attack with Glimmora, which means I will need to grab boss to knock out the Ting-Lu. Which is possible. I want to save my bosses so that I can take multiple prizes. They're just gonna go with Poison Petal here to put some damage on my Arceus. But I can evolve out of it. We do get Defiance Band, but that doesn't help us at the moment. I can go Ultra Ball here for DTE. Well, I can actually just try and smack into this, but I think taking out the threat with the Ting-Lu is probably best. Let's go ahead. So Ultra Ball, get rid of the Defiance Band. I guess the Vacuum. Go ahead and grab Arceus V-Star. I kind of want to put this here. Then what I can do is Starbirth for DTE and boss, I believe. Because if I put DTE, I'm doing 240. I can put the Spiritomb down so I can use my Slaking's ability. I can boss up the Ting-Lu. I think that all is fine. I want to go back. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. I can put the Spiritomb down. Let's go DTE to the Slaking. We're gonna go retreat into the Slaking V. And then I'm definitely hitting for 240, right? Yep, 240 on the dot. You can go ahead and take out this massive threat. And the Spiritomb lets us do all of that and more, which is really great. We can knock out the Ting-Lu that they've been powering up. Our abilities are going to be still active. And yeah, now we have a giant beat stick monster in the active. Glimmora can deny us a prize, but that is fine. We can just start powering things, powering up my Arceus V-Star on the bench as a secondary attacker. Bruno is a good addition in this deck, I would say. If they do get Hisuian Sneasler, that does mean that they can KO me. They'll be doing 80 damage each tick, between each turn, so they can KO me in 2 turns. But can they get multiple Glimmoras set up? That is the question. Yeah, I'm glad I went for the boss play, just because Ting-Lu can easily knock out all of our Pokemon. I think maybe this deck might need to run something like a Dunsparce, because we are weak to fighting, but the only problem is fighting isn't really a popular archetype right now, so I don't know if we have room to fit that Dunsparce in. Okay. Go ahead, attach energy here. I could Nest Ball for Pineco. That could be useful just in case if we do need another attacker. We can power up an Arceus, the Arceus V-Star and this Arceus as well. Alright, let's see if we can get a prize off of this. Do we flip the tails? Or do they flip the tails? Ah, they get heads, so no prize card for us, which is unfortunate. Oh, that is annoying. But they don't have an attacker, really. Well, I guess they have Hawlucha, which is interesting. They're going to be doing 50 damage, so 100 damage. Will they actually knock me out next turn if they have the fighting energy here, which is hilarious. I actually love that. And they have the Raihan, so they can get set up. Things have just gotten interesting. The Hawlucha actually becomes an attacker, and they play the Riolu, so they play the Lucario that can avenge, which is actually really scary for us right now because of the fact that what am I saying? Because of the fact we're weak to fighting, they can easily take knockouts with these single prizers, which is scary good. We'll just have to try and Roxanne. I go wing attack for 100, and then I get knocked out going into my turn, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna take 2. I'll go up with the Arceus V-Star. Double Roxanne. Okay. This might be a very risky play, but I'm willing to risk it all. That's kind of what this deck's for, right? Living on the edge. So let's do this. Let's go Forretress, exploding energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I'll need 1 on the active, 3 on the Arceus on the bench. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now they take 2 prizes. And because we're weak to fighting, they're just 1 Lucario away from winning the game. But if we Roxanne them to 2 cards, maybe get Path in play, we might have a shot. Okay. We got Bidoof. Nest Ball. Burn Slaking. I kind of don't want to put anything else in play. Kind of want to burn these at the moment. Really am hoping to get Path. Oh, there we go. We got the Path. So then we'll drop the Path so that they can't use Greninja. I could Ultra Ball the ropes, but I think I'll keep them around. Let's just go ahead. Hit for 170. Hope that they don't have the Lucario. Don't need that energy. Want to save it just in case they boss up and stall. Iono, pretty good. They could low kick me for 100 damage. Do they get access to the Lucario? It's literally all down to that. Can they get it? Did the Roxanne work? Is Roxanne a lie? I got Clara. Okay. Clara could get them the Glimmet and Glimmora or the Ting-Lu. But the Ting-Lu is a scary threat. Okay, they attach and probably just hit for low kick. Okay. this Riolu is what I'm most scared about. I'm gonna go ahead and Ultra Ball, get rid of... I guess I don't need that many Ionos anymore. And grab myself the other Arceus. And then I'll go ahead and power that up. I'm gonna draw. Maybe I can grab a DTE switch. Just because I don't want like a random attack to come and knock me out. How much HP do I have? I have 170 HP left. I'm thinking Hawlucha can't knock me out. The Glimmet will do 30. Guess I'll go in with a fresher Arceus V-Star. Go Iono here. Limit them back down to 2 cards in hand. And then Roxanne will be a good attack next turn. And then this way I can go Trinity Nova, knock out this Riolu. I guess I can attach. I don't want to see what I have left in deck. I have 2 ropes, no energy. Okay. And I used my Super Rod earlier. I do have a switch as well, so I can get around the poison. I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. So the Riolu knockout is pretty good. That way they don't have access to Lucario knockout on my Arceus, but now they can do Glimmet. But I did Iono their Glimmora back to the bottom of the deck, so they have to draw into a Glimmora here, which they do. Do they also have energy? And they pass. Okay, so they can buy a turn here. I'm gonna go ahead and Avery, grab some cards. I don't need the Bidoof anymore because of the other Bibarels in the discard. I think we just attack and hope we can get a prize off of this. I think that's our play. And then we just pray and see. See if we can grab a prize. We don't get a prize. Unfortunate. Okay. But they don't have an attacker set up. So, if they try to set up anything, we have Boss, so we can knock it out. Greninja can't do anything because of Path. I'm trying to think if they play any Vs that could help them in the situation. I'm so nervous because like any fighting Pokemon here can win them the game, basically. Okay, they got the Riolu, but we have Boss, so we can boss up that Riolu. And I kind of want to save the rope switch combo. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and boss here. And that I'm smelling a whiff or a scoop up after this boss because they have nothing, but they're so close to winning. It's so scary how close this game can still be. The Forretress really makes you live on the edge. They have 1 card in hand. Is that card going to bail them out? And that's just a pass. All right, and we clutched it out with them having just 2 prizes left, and us being too weak to fighting. They could have easily set up a Lucario and knocked me out, but we were able to kind of disrupt them and keep our momentum going even after using Forretress, which was really cool. There was that other double turbo energy. And that is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and check out the live streams that will be happening on Sunday. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys later. Because of all the blood,